And the Prophet ﷺ died on Monday, the 12th of Rabi-al-awal. So actually nowadays those who claim to celebrate the Mawlid, they are celebrating the death of the Prophet ﷺ, because that's the day that the Prophet ﷺ died. Monday, Rabi-al-awal, the 12th. The day he was born is not known. It's not known. It's not confirmed by authentic narrations. So they are celebrating an illusion, you see. And the companions of the Messenger ﷺ were more loving for their Prophet than anyone else. And they did not celebrate the birth of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, because the Prophet did not tell them. Otherwise they would. And until 500 years after the death of the Messenger ﷺ, no one in the Muslim countries celebrated the so-called birth date of the Prophet ﷺ. No one. The first ruler who ordered this was when the Fatimids were the rulers of Egypt. They ordered this celebration. They said, since the Christians celebrate the birthday of Jesus, then our Prophet Muhammad is more worthy to make such a date for. Something from their mind, an innovation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Respected brothers and sisters, as you all are well aware that Iblis cried out loudly during the blessed birth of the Master of the worlds, the most beloved of Allah, Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. And we see some followers of Iblis, they also start crying on the occasion of the Mawlid of Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. Now, in order to confuse the general public, they came up with a new weapon saying 12th Rabi-al-awal is not the date of birth of Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam. And it seemed that they give this impression that people of Ahlus Sunnah have made it mandatory, have made it fard, that it is fard upon all of us to commemorate the holy birth of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam on the 12th of Rabi-al-awal. Whereas no Sunni ulama have ever claimed that it is fard upon Sunnis to commemorate the holy birth of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam on the 12th of Rabi-al-awal. Anyhow, we will prove from the books of the scholars of early centuries as well, who has recorded that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam was born on the 12th of Rabi-al-awal. Hadith recorded by Sayyiduna Ibn Abi Shayba in his Musannaf, that Sayyiduna Jabir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu and Sayyiduna Ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma stated that Allah's Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam was born in the year of elephant on Monday, the 12th of Rabi-al-awal. This has been recorded also by Ibn Ishaq, who died in Hijri 151, Allama Ibn Hisham, Hijri 213, Imam Ibn Abi Shayba, Hijri 235, Imam Ibn Jarir, Hijri 310, Allama Abul Hassan Al-Mawardi, Hijri 480, Imam Abdul Rahman Jawzi, Hijri 597, Imam Abul Fatah Al-Andalusi, Hijri 734, Allama Ibn Khaldun, Hijri 808, Sheikh Abdul Haq Muhaddis Dehelvi, Hijri 1052, and also by the student of Ibn Taymiyyah, Hafiz Ibn Kasir, has recorded this in his book of Sirah, and also son of Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab Najdi, that is Sheikh Abdullah bin Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab Najdi, has also recorded that Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam was born on the 12th of Rabi-al-awal in his kitab Mukhtasar Siratul Rasul. Hafiz ibn Kasir, student of Ibn Taymiyyah, further writes, this is what is famous amongst majority. That means the majority has accepted 12th of Rabi-al-awal as the date of birth of Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam. So any Wahhabi Salafi follower who says that 12th of Rabi-al-awal is not the date of birth of Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam, he is simply trying to make us away from the remembrance of Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam and trying to confuse the general public so that they get into this confusion and they be away from the commemoration of the holy birth of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where we discuss about the miracles occurred during the blessed birth of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where we talk about the miracles occurred through Sayyida Amina Tahira radiyallahu ta'ala anha. We talk about the way the angels and Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salatu wassalam rejoiced, and the way the Malaika, they rejoiced in form of julus, and also the flag hoisting by Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salam, one in Mashriq, one in Maghrib, and one on the Holy Kaaba. We also talk about the miracles occurred during the blessed birth of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam, such as Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam performed sajada soon after his birth. Allahu Akbar. And also we try to educate our children by talking about the childhood of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We talk about the youth life of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam to give an education to the youth. We talk about the marriage life of Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam so that the people get to know how to live a life in order to seek the pleasure of Allah and His Rasul sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam. We the people of Ahlus Sunnah do these things every day, every week, every month, and especially on the occasion of the blessed birth of Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alaihi wasallam, as this is a form of education. So to call this as bid'ah, to call this as innovation is absurd, and it is just to show the animosity towards Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam and to follow the path of Iblis, to cry during the blessed birth of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah protect our iman and make all of us away from the deviance. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.